Hello everybody, I'm Ninjo X the Enlightened Gamer, and if you haven't watched the Let's Play channel, this is Muffin the Interrupting Kitty, and today I want to talk to you guys about something a little more light. I feel like I was really heavy the last time, and I don't want to do that to you twice in a row. So today we're going to avoid waxing philosophical, and I'm going to just talk to you guys about my initial plans whenever I made this channel and about how I'm trying to meet those goals. Okay, first things first. A couple of you guys have been asking me for specific Let's Plays. I am more than thrilled to hear suggestions or recommendations or ideas, some of which I've never even thought of, but you gotta understand. Whenever I set this up, the only way this can work is through slow growth. There are two ways on YouTube that I've found to grow a fan base as far as Let's Playing goes. Either A, play what the fans want, what the fans are into. The Call of Duties, the Minecraft, the Terraria, the Five Nights at Freddy's. And while that's all well and good for getting numbers up, there isn't a whole lot of depth in most of those games for me to attack. There isn't a whole lot of artistry. There is in some. There certainly is in Minecraft. But the other way is to... forgetting what I was going to say. The other way is slow growth. I play what I want, what I feel I'm ready to play. You guys hopefully like it. And it'll just be a longer time before I can get to certain titles. Because let me just be honest, my favorite game is Banjo-Kazooie. The first Banjo-Kazooie is my absolute favorite game. I play through that game at least once a year. Completely. 100% at least once a year ever since I've had it. Which has been quite a while. I'm not ready to Let's Play that game yet. Other Rareware games, Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country, I have plans for these games, but it's going to take time for the channel to get recognized. To call this channel small at this point would be a grave understatement. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because right now, I'm really only attracting fans. I don't really have any haters in the comments section as of this recording. As of this recording, I'm posting the third episode of Twilight Princess today. Which is a double-edged sword. Haters are aggravating and they can make you attack your insecurities, but at the same time, they are views, they are comments, they are attention. But because we're so small right now, that leads me to another issue. A while back, the King Birch, who gave me a bunch of questions to answer, also asked me if I planned on having any guests on the show or doing any collaborations with anybody. I would love to be able to have guests on the show or to be able to do collaborations. Collaborations with people that are like-minded and people that are opposite-minded. Just for the contrast, I think it would be really entertaining. Maybe even get to unwind and kind of be funny for a little bit instead of so serious all the time. But they don't know who I am. They don't. Because I'm brand new. I hate to ask you guys to be patient, but part of pursuing enlightenment is being patient. You have to wait for the channel to grow, just like I have to wait for it to grow. Because you're here in the beginning, when we're so small. But, rest assured, we are growing fast. We'll be well over 1,000 views by the time Twilight Princess is done being posted. And even though I'm not gaining subscribers at a really fast rate, we are getting views pretty quickly. And I greatly appreciate all of the support, all of the sharing of my vlogs, the sharing of all my videos that you guys have done. And Muffin appreciates it too, don't you? Yeah. Sorry, I had to be dumb for a little bit. Cats have that effect on people. Don't you? I'm getting distracted at this point. So, what I set out to do when I made this channel was to create a Let's Play channel that wasn't obnoxious, that didn't rely solely on cheesiness or, no offense to the people that do this, bad comedy, bad jokes, but instead relied on finding the artistry, the imagery, the symbolism in video games that's so sadly often overlooked. And to that end, I've been doing a very good job. At least I think I have. That doesn't mean that this channel is bereft of comedy, because it certainly is not. It certainly isn't. There are jokes. There is that randomness factor that Let's Plays have. But I don't rely on vulgarity or obscenity or obnoxiousness like so many others do. When I first was watching Let's Plays, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, I had a really hard time getting into it. I had a really hard time. I saw these channels coming up and I was like, I can't stand this. I can't stand how obnoxious or how fanboyish, fangirlish, how vulgar and obscene a lot of these people are. And I didn't like it at first. It took me a long time to get past that. And I still haven't, really. Instead, I've narrowed it down and I found the more professional Let's Players, the Chugga Conroys, the Josh Jepsons. But originally I was going to have this be a game review show similar to The Completionist. Except instead of completing games, I would be making top 10s and I would be discussing atmosphere and artistry and what made older games great, still valuable games to the industry. Well, then Beard Brothers came along. And I have to give a huge shout out to Gerard and Alex over at Beard Brothers. Because they proved through numbers that you can be successful and not be obnoxious. That you can be genuine. That you can be somewhat transparent. And that you can still succeed in the Let's Play industry. Thanks so much, guys, for being a constant source of inspiration. For helping me to realize the dream of starting this channel up. And to you few fans who I have, thank you so much for being so persistent. Now all I can do is ask you to be patient. There are lots of games that I have yet to play, and I've got to sow my seeds. I can't just start out planting. I can't just... Basically, my attack plan, as horrible as this might sound, is similar to Walmart's attack plan whenever they started. Walmart knew that they wouldn't have succeeded putting a general store where there were a bunch of other stores. They knew that they wouldn't be able to just plop down a Walmart in the middle of New York City and have it work out. So instead of plopping down one Walmart in New York City, they plopped down one in Kentucky and... Ow! Don't claw my knee! Seriously, why? He just dug all 16 of his claws into my left knee. Go. Go. But the Walmart's attack plan wasn't that. It was to put down big businesses in smaller markets. And while this did drive out a lot of small business owners, it worked pretty well for them. And that's my kind of plan, where I'm playing a lot of games right now that don't get as much attention, either in general or anymore. Pokemon Blue. A lot of people have Let's Played it. Not very many for a long time. And certainly nobody has been doing it very hyper-professional like I've been doing it. Twilight Princess. A lot of people have Let's Played it. But most of the ones that do are just the rabid Nintendo fans. Viva Pinata. There's a couple of Let's Plays. Not very many. Most of them aren't very good. So what I've done is I've planted these less planted seeds. Instead of planting bananas, apples, and oranges, I've planted papayas, coconuts, and I don't know many fruits. And black raspberries. And while there are other people that grow these fruit, there aren't really any that offer them all in one convenient location. And that's the plan that I'm going to have to continue to go about until I can expand to the more commonly grown fruit. But don't worry, guys. I'm in a situation where I don't have to worry about money. So I'm in it for the long haul. Does that mean I'm rich? No! Not even close. I'm poor, actually. But I'm in a situation where I don't have to worry about working for money. So I can work for you guys. I can work towards the future. And once I start making money, that'll be great. But I don't have to worry about it. It's an incredible thing, and I bet most Let's Players, most of the big ones, and most of the big game reviewers like Gerard wish that they would have been in a similar situation whenever they started to mine. Because I can go full-time immediately without any serious drawbacks. The only drawback is that I have to spend what little money I have on equipment, which isn't much. But, on a positive note, I am Ninjo X, and this is only the beginning. I see great things on the horizon. Things that I can't even believe are happening. Until next time, stay patient, stay aware, and as always, stay enlightened.